Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Cyber. Welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoy your day so far. We got another one of these commentary videos hitting y'all way. So go ahead, get some food, get some water. We're gonna be here for a minute because there is something I want to go ahead and talk about that I think is really, really important. Now, if you did not see my last video, I was talking about the Farlight 84 update, the new hero, the new buddies, the new weapon. We get a lot of new content. I'm not even gonna hold to you a lot. After this video, go ahead and check it out. It's really exciting stuff, if I'm being honest. But there's two things I left out by mistake. One being we getting brand new attachments for weapons. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then another thing, we're getting two new game modes. Well, we're getting one old game mode and then we're getting a completely new game mode. The new game mode is Evo Raid, which is apparently a PvE. And then we're getting Area Conflict. For my OGs, if you remember Area Conflict, it was like a big battlefield type of game mode. You had one team that was like, you know, had a whole bunch of players, and you had another team that had, well, a whole bunch of players, and then you get to go ahead and duke it out and all that stuff. Me personally, I love that game mode. I don't know about y'all. Let me know if y'all remember that game mode, because that shit was heat on some real stuff. But here is the problem that I want to go ahead and talk about, right? And I honestly, personally believe that this is Farlight 84's biggest problem when it comes down to this game. We have way too many game modes. Now, before y'all attack me, before y'all be like, well, Cyber, that makes no sense. Too many game modes. Well, the content. The content. And listen, I'm not saying that Farlight 84 doesn't have a lot of content. You know, that's cool. But at the same time, there's a lot of issues that needs to be addressed. And I'm here to address it. So, hey, let's get right into it. But before we do so, right, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and hit that notification bell, you know? We go crazy with the content. Also, it's free 99. You like free 99? I like free 99. We all like free shit. Who doesn't like free shit? Exactly. So go ahead, hit that subscription and hit that like. I really would appreciate it. Okay, so let's get right into it, right? So why do I sit here and say that Farlight 84 has too many game modes? Well, before we even get into like the game modes itself, like arcade and all that, I need everyone to understand how many game modes we truly have in Farlight 84, right? Because of course, right now in arcade, we have like what? 4 game modes: Respawn, we have the Jetpack Royale, Deathmatch, and we also have TDM, and then we have 2 more game modes coming through, right? For rank, casual, like normal battle royale, we have rank and casuals. Okay, and now for rank, we have mobile FPP, we have TPP mobile, and then on PC, we have, you know, FPP, we also have TPP. Now, pen and paper, you know, that makes sense, you know, saying the game is on PC and mobile. Obviously, you know, we can go ahead and get on PC, play those games, and then the mobile, yeah. Here's one of the problems, right? The game, they took away crossplay. There is no crossplay. Back then, the game was crossplay. You're able to go ahead and like duke it out with people on PC, if you're on mobile, and vice versa, and all that stuff. Me personally, I do not know why they took it out. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm a competitive guy. I like it rough. Pause. I like that. But, you know, I like being able to go ahead and go against people on PC. I like a little bit of challenge. I know a lot of people doesn't like, you know, mess with that and all that. And that's why I always advocated for them to go ahead and bring it back, add a switch, you know, have the option, essentially. But here's the thing that I don't hear a lot of people talking about when it comes down to this, right? Because let me repeat myself. So keep in mind, we don't have crossplay. So when you hop up mobile and you specifically play either FPP or TPP, those are essentially 2 different game modes. So we have mobile FPP, we have mobile TPP. So then you go down PC, those are totally different lobbies. So you have PC FPP, you have PC TPP. And now keep in mind, that's just rank. So casuals is the same thing as well too. Mobile FPP, you got mobile TPP. Mobile FPP, TP, I forgot what I just said, but like you got those versions of rank, the 2 casuals, right? And then you got a PC, FPP, and then a TPP. That is 8 different game modes. 8! And then keep in mind, for those game modes can grind the same leaderboards, but we're not here to talk about that. That's a whole different personal beef I have. But like, that's 8 different game modes. And then we didn't even get to the arcade, because like I said, we have 4, including the 2 that's being added. And to my knowledge, they're not rotating them. So that is 6 game modes in arcade. And then 8 game modes when it comes down to, you know, the normal battle royale and all that stuff. So I want you to go ahead and do the math. 8 plus 6. How many is that? That's 14, bro. That is 14 game modes. 14. That is insane. Now, on pen and paper, like, yeah, that's a lot of content. That is a lot of content. But Farlight 84 is really not pushing out this game to a lot of people to offset that. If we was having an influx of players, you know what I'm saying? Like let's say Fortnite, for example, or probably like Call of Duty, for example. Shit, Roblox, you know what I'm saying? Like, those games have like a big, massive player base. So they're able to go ahead and offset those game modes. You know what I'm saying? They're able to go ahead and fill them up, essentially. Farlight is not there yet. So you have all these game modes divided in the player base that you already have. And that's why it feels, when you hop in the game, right, and you get like bots there, bots here, bots pretty much everywhere. You get like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 real players, depending on where you live. Because I know in different regions, it's, you may have more real players over in the east side of the world, but compared to the west side of the world, it's different. But like, when it comes down to the matchmaking in this game, that's why it feels the way that it feels. Because they're separating too many players in so many different game modes. And keep in mind, when it comes down to mobile games, when it comes down to the matchmaking in mobile games, usually 9 out of 10, they do add bots because, we want people to feel rewarded. We want people to go ahead and feel, good at the game. We want them to return all stuff. Now, I'm not against bots, for casual gamers and all that stuff. Maybe for arcade gamers as well, too. I'm not really against bots. I'm usually against bots when it comes down to rank because, like, I don't know. I just think bots do not belong in rank whatsoever. Like, especially in competitive games. This is kind of the beef I have with Call of Duty Mobile. Shout out to Call of Duty Mobile. I love that game. But, like, the example I always use when it comes down to, like, Call of Duty Mobile and all that stuff, right? Like, let's say I take someone new to, like, mobile gaming, or I'm new to Call of Duty Mobile, and I want to play rank. We both make new accounts. We grind it and all that stuff, right? From rookie to, like, Grandmaster Legendary, or to rookie to until you get to Grandmaster Legendary, it's gonna be all bots. And keep in mind, that grind is not light whatsoever. Like, if you're playing from rookie all the way to Grandmaster Legendary and sitting down and, no breaks whatsoever, that's at least like 6 hours of your day. So 6 hours of just tedious grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, no shots of Call of Duty Mobile, you know what I'm saying? I love the game, I've been a part of the Call of Duty community for like, ever since I was like 5. But I'm just trying to go ahead and make y'all realize that when it comes down to these game modes and all that stuff, it doesn't feel rewarding to play these games. And even if there is bots in the games, the matchmaking and how you have your game mode set up and all that stuff, you're essentially making it worse. You're making it worse because let's not sit here and pretend that like Apex Legends, you know what I'm saying, a game that's like really similar to Farlight 4 now, didn't have bots. It did have bots, but you had like little to no, I don't want to say no game modes. They did have game modes, but they didn't have as much game modes as Farlight 4, right? And when you was playing rank and all that stuff, the lobbies felt a lot more full, especially when you got into like Masters or Predator. But Farlight, because there's no marketing, you added bots to your game, and because of how many game modes there are, it feels like there's literally nobody in the lobby, is what I'm trying to go ahead and get at. It takes away the enjoyment and the excitement of playing the game. It doesn't feel rewarding, and I don't know. It's just because I know a lot of my videos, especially my shorts, I talk about the marketing. They should be pushing out this game and this, that, and the third, right? Honestly, and I'm about to get to as well too, how to go ahead and fix the issue. Honestly, if you were to go ahead and just fix the matchmaking, it'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot better. A lot better, right? But yeah, matchmaking definitely is one. But when it comes down to like actually fixing the issue, how do we fix the issue? Cyber, how do we fix the issue? If you think this is such a problem, how do we fix it? Give a solution. I got a solution. I got you. Don't worry. Number 1, matchmaking. Number 2, rotate the game modes. There is no reason why y'all added 2 more game modes and not rotating the other game modes. Now, do keep in mind, it is all the game modes that I've seen and all that stuff is in the test server. So maybe they are gonna go ahead and rotate them before they go ahead and get them into the actual like main game. Wait, I hope they do. I hope they do. That makes the most sense. If not, that's crazy. If they do, cool. I still think like 4 is a big amount, to be honest with you. I think we should just have 3. Call me crazy. TDM, deathmatch. At least take away deathmatch. They're essentially the same thing. I think TDM and then 2 other like limited time game modes, I think that's a good amount, honestly. Also, crossplay could be added as well too. Me personally, I think crossplay should be added, or at least give people the option. Because 2 things, right? Again, 8 game modes. When I talk about arcade, 8 game modes. That's number 1. Number two, the issue when it comes down, right, to having so many people in like different game modes grinding the same leaderboards, it doesn't feel competitive, right? I'm grinding FPS Mobile. That's my main thing. You know, you seen in the background and all that stuff, right? There's no reason why I should be on the same leaderboards as someone that's on like a different lobby playing like TPP Mobile or PC playing FPP or TPP. I think we all should be together. You know what I'm saying? I think they should merge the lobbies. I think FPP and TPP should be, you know, together. In terms of like, you should have the option as well too to go ahead and like switch the FOVs and all that stuff. I think that should be a thing. Unless they go ahead and market the game like crazy, get the players to go and get on the game and offset that, you know, that'd be dope too. But right now, Farlight is not in a position to go ahead and essentially separate the lobbies like that. In my opinion, make everyone play in the same lobbies, crossplay, enable that, FPP, TPP, have everyone be able to go and do so. I think that's smart. I think that's smart. And then another thing as well too that I think they should go ahead and do, they need like a signature game mode. Like they need that one game mode that people can go ahead and like mess with, and then other game modes just rotate them out, right? We see that with like so many other games. We see that with Warzone with Rebirth. We see Bloodstrike with Shutter Island. You know, I don't know the Apex equivalent, I'm not even gonna lie to you. But like other battle royales have like that one signature game mode that has that fast pace, just quick and easy. Something separate from rank, something separate from like the casual battle royale experience. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think, because of Respawn, if they were to go ahead and like do something like that, or they have it, but like, you know, go ahead and lean more into it, make it a little bit more exciting to play, or take my advice. You could take my advice. The tournaments, daily tournaments, diamonds when you win, or coins, you know, for different regions. I'm just saying that could also go crazy. I've been advocating that ever since like relaunch ever happened. You know what I'm saying? That should be a thing, especially for this game. Like this game is pretty much a carbon copy of Apex. Well, not carbon copy. Of course, they have their own different stuff. But like when it comes down to Farlight 84 and Apex, we could all agree that they're very similar. They're very, very similar, and they play very similar as well too. We can all tell that Farlight took like some type of like inspiration when it came down to Apex. I think they should lean more into that competitive nature that Apex has, you know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, a lot of people on mobile are competitive individuals. I think adding tournaments, being able to go ahead and run tournaments through your game, allowing players to go ahead and set up the tournaments and get on the game consistently and all that stuff, grinding for diamonds or coins and all that, I think that would be fire. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah, I could have a whole different opinion. I could be just yapping. Well, right now, I sound like I'm yapping. I'm all over the place. But that's what I kind of wanted to go ahead and highlight, is that there's way too many game modes for Farlight 4 to really manage, in my opinion. That's what I'm pretty much like trying to go ahead and like spew out, you know, just Farlight 84 got to go ahead and really reel it back and just think of a better way to distribute this type of content, because they are definitely not at a position to be able to go ahead and do so at all. You're spreading your community way too thin, and the games that we have right now do not feel as enjoyable as they could possibly be. That's all I'm saying. If you guys think that I'm just yapping or you disagree with me and all that stuff, let me know in the comment section. If you think, you know, I'm right and you agree with me, all that good stuff, you know, let me know in the comment section. If you think I'm the most handsomest black Puerto Rican you ever seen in your damn life, let me know in the comment section. Really would appreciate that. You know, self-esteem kind of low, so nah, I'll fuck with y'all. But no, for real, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinion in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead, let you guys sit with that. But honestly, like, I'm still excited for the update. I'm not sitting here saying all this, you know, to sit here and say that I'm not excited. I'm excited. It's just, I'm glad that this happened so I can highlight this issue, because it's honestly a really simple issue to fix. It's a really simple issue to fix. Really, really simple. But I could also be wrong there. Let me know. But yeah, guys, be safe. I love y'all. Eat well, drink water. Cyber sign out. Peace.